All right, tubers, that's oddly appropriate, but check it out. I'm at Ball Flats Park here in Greene, New York, and we had some major flooding here last night. And as you can see, the Ball Flats kind of took a hit. You can see how far back it's gone, pretty much up to this old church here. The swing sets and the play area totally flooded right now. And you can see there's actually a current here. And that's because if you look in the distance there, that is the Chenango River, and the Chenango River has actually topped its banks. You can see where the river level is right out there. And what you're seeing here, believe it or not, is actually the current from the Chenango River. I'll walk around here as best I can. Unfortunately, there really isn't that many places to walk. You can see it kind of better in the distance there. You can see where the river is. Normally the river is about 5 or 6 feet lower than that, but we had torrential rains last night, which caused a pretty significant flooding event in this area. I'm going to try to get a little bit better view. I can walk around the other side. Hopefully that's not too flooded. But you can see down where the I should say batting cage, yeah, where the old batting cages were down there. You can see this is actually a road here. This is supposed to circle all the way around to here. This is all the road. You can see where it's all been flooded out. This does happen frequently, especially when it rains heavily. But let's see if we can get a better view. Wow, you can see these are the rocks that people usually sit on when there are events. Usually they'll put the stage over here where this newly formed lake is. Ha 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 ha. And people sit on the rocks and watch the performers. It doesn't look like there was too much damage. None of the buildings seem to have been flooded out. Those buildings over there are actually part of the old pool hall, or the old outdoor pool. And that's not even being used. You can see the Chenango Trojan baseball team uses this area. And all that seems to be in good nick so far. But let's go walk around and see if we can get a better view of this. I'm going to turn myself around here so you guys can see me. But as we're leaving, you can see the extent of this flooding. For those of you that were kind of worried about me last night, I appreciate it. After I had that little sneezing fit, that other live stream, I don't know what it was, guys. My allergies were going crazy, and I unfortunately had to end that early. But I'm going to go ahead and walk around. I'm feeling much better today, by the way. You can see the flooding there. I'm going to go ahead and walk around the other side and show you what's going on here. It's going to take me just a couple of minutes, so I know we have 2 people here. If anybody wants to ask me any questions, they can. Right now I'm walking up past the Ball Flats. Luckily, you can see the houses here are at the top of the hill, so there really isn't a lot of potential for flooding, at least not with these houses. The river would actually have to flood much worse than that. Believe it or not, back in 2011, that did actually happen. The river flooded so bad that it actually came up to the streets, up that hill I just walked, and flooded some of these houses out. So it has happened. The weather here is really nice this morning. Was sunny. Now we're getting some more clouds, but the rain is supposed to hold off. We're not supposed to get any more rain, at least for a couple of days, and I will be heading back home tomorrow, hopefully, as long as the weather holds. And I do need to get back home because I have responsibilities there. I can't really be spending weeks and weeks on end up here, even though I would love to. I love spending time with the family. Well, it's going to take me just a couple of minutes to walk down to the other side there. I'll go ahead and switch you guys around and show you what the town itself looks like. The town itself has fared pretty good. You can see a few little puddles in the street, but nothing major. No major flooding events here other than that Ball Flats, which does flood because that's basically the lowest point where the Chenango River comes through Greene. I know everybody wants to see it. If you guys want to see more pictures, I've actually posted them on Facebook. So you guys can check that out. You can go to my Facebook page. And the link for that is probably going to be in the bottom of this video, though that won't be till later when I get home and officially edit up this live stream. Going through Greene, you can see this is the old, I think this was an old Citizens Bank, which unfortunately closed a couple of years ago. Though I will show you one thing that I do like. They did leave the clock and the temperature sign up running for everybody, which was a nice touch. Let me see if I'm right. Yep. Citizens Bank. Our branch closed January 20th, 2017. Now you have to get out of town towards Chenango Bridge to get to the next branch, which is unfortunate because that's about 30 minutes away. But once again, they were nice enough to leave this up and running. It's 73 degrees and at 10:04. It's not really blinking like that. It's just what my cell phone refresh rate does. Let's head down. I'm going to go ahead and walk over the bridge so you guys can actually see the river itself. If that's even possible. We'll see how badly it's flooded down here. Last night, I heard the rain started about 9 p.m. and apparently it went to about 6 or 7 a.m. this morning and then stopped. Fairly short period of time, but very heavy rain. And I kept getting alerts on my phone. Matter of fact, every couple hours I got waking up on my phone going, And of course the cats would hear it coming and bugging me, so I really didn't get great sleep last night. So tonight I think I'll go ahead and sleep downstairs with the door shut. No cats bothering me, because I really don't want to do a 10-hour trip on very little sleep. Does appear that the bridge is okay. That's so inconsiderate, people blocking the sidewalk. It's like I'm not the only one taking pictures either. And here we come to the other entrance at the Ball Flats. Interesting, I never knew that they actually called this Ball Flats Park. But yeah, you can see a little bit better here. The Chenango River has definitely overrun its banks. The bank of the Chenango River is right normally by that little branch that's sticking down there. And you can see that it has pretty much covered the road. This is the road that actually goes into the other section of the Ball Flats. You can see a lot of debris floating down the river right now. So when you got to watch out for snakes, water moccasins, and things like that, because this really brings them up. Woo! That's crazy. Well, you guys can see that pretty bad. Got stuff floating down the river. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea how deep that is either. Looking at it, I'd say that's at least 4 or 5 feet deep over that way, because you can actually see the gate over there. That gate itself is about maybe about 4 feet tall, and I'd say at least 2 or 3 of that is covered. So I'd say this is probably about 2.5 feet of water right now. All the stuff is floating around. Ugh. Hopefully this will dry up within a few days. Generally the river itself auto corrects itself, if you will. You can see, looking at the bridge here, how high the river is. I showed you guys pictures of this in the last vlog, and man, you could tell the river is really high. Let's go up on the bridge, see if we can get a better view. Ooh.
I got a frog in the basement. Got a little water in the thing there. Down there, I had to open the door and he jumped in the water.
I honestly didn't think it was going to be this bad, because it really didn't seem like we got that much rain. Luckily, the bridge is okay. Again, the century, or they call it 1,000-year flood they had in 2011, the water came up and went over the bridge. Look at all the debris that's gotten pushed up against this side of the bridge. And they do have a wedge there to actually protect the bridge itself from damage, but wow. Unbelievable, tubers. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream. Most of you guys will probably be watching this in post-production anyway. In other words, not live. Wow, I'm just looking at all the debris floating down. Look at that branch right there. You can see how fast the river is flowing right now. Unbelievable. All right, tubers, you got to see it here live. Epic flooding of the Chenango River topping its banks here in Greene, New York at the Ball Flats. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Wow. Look at this big piece of debris. Probably going on for most of the day. All right, tubers, hope you guys enjoyed this. Please have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side.